whether your child has already started school or goes back next week, it is a great time to get into a habit of a morning routine, right? After many students spent most of last year, if not all, learning from home, getting back into a daily routine of school and homework and all that extra stuff can be really tough on the family. And that's why Michael Clark-Borenstein is joining us live this morning. He's the owner and lead therapist at Brightview Counseling in Indian Trail, and he's going to help us create a morning routine. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning. How are you? Thank you for having me here today.
I'm good. I hope you are as well, and we're glad you're here. Michael, I know we could get into a lot here, so let's go ahead and just start with why a routine is so important.
So not having a scheduled routine can cause a lot of stress on families and anxiety for the entire family. So it's important to find a structure that works for you and the entire family. A lot of benefits can include it creates structure for the entire family. It helps create independence for your kids. It prevents laziness. It takes out the stress from parents telling kids what to do all the time, and it also decreases arguments from kids being told what to do. Because we all know kids don't enjoy being told what to do and when to do it. So having those schedules and routines really allow those kids to know what to do and when to expect it.
Okay, so that sounds good. Now there's the tricky part, how to actually physically do it. Where do we start, Michael?
So it's important to start by creating blocks. I like to talk with my clients of creating morning, afternoon, night, and miscellaneous blocks. So you have 4 different sections. We actually have a template of that on our website at brightviewcounseling.com. So throughout these blocks, on the left-hand side, what you can do is create a time slot for those blocks. And then on the right side, you put the task. So you can be as detailed by creating a schedule and starting with the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep and kind of filling it in throughout the day.
And what should be included in that schedule? I mean, are we talking about every little detail type thing, or are we talking about hitting a few highlights?
So it really depends. Some people need that detailed structure, and some people can kind of go off just having some of those highlights. So kind of in the morning routine, like I said, starting with the time you wake up, that can include hygiene tasks, breakfast, gathering items for school or work. It can include some mindfulness. One technique that we like to do is called the 5 senses technique. That's something really important. And then if those time structures of this time and this time isn't working for you, more so kind of have a guide. So from this time to this time, we're going to get XYZ done.
I know it might be kind of loaded, but you said the 5 senses technique. What is that? I'm curious.
So yeah, I actually have that on my website. It's a super great mindfulness technique where 5 things you see, 4 things you feel, 3 things you hear, 2 things you smell, and 1 thing you taste. And you go through that routine, and what that does, it helps you focus on all 5 of your senses, and you're not focusing on anything outside there. All you do is hyper-focus on your senses, which really decreases intensities of emotions and allows you to kind of ground yourself in the present moment.
That is cool. I had not heard of that before. Michael, I know that, we're talking about back to school. I think this can help really for anyone, regardless of what life season you're in. What is it about physically seeing those boxes and having a schedule that makes life different than just kind of going, I know my routine, I can get through this?
Yes, so having the schedule on paper or sometimes a whiteboard and having it somewhere visible is important. I encourage clients to have it in a centralized location. A lot of people will put it on their fridge, their bathroom mirror, their bedroom door. So this helps them know what to do and when to do it, because a lot of times we lose track of time. And with losing track of time, another thing I like to suggest is setting alarms and timers. This allows you to know when to switch between tasks, because a lot of times we're all guilty of it. We kind of get caught up in that task and we lose track of time. So it's important to know when to move on to the next task.
Time, it is so elusive. Yes, Michael Clark-Borenstein, thank you so much with Brightview Counseling. You can get that grid he was talking about there on their website. And of course, we'll share this later on the QC Life website as well. Michael, thank you so much.